Good afternoon, David Ramsey. It's Tuesday, September 30th. Big news of the day, again, the Beverly Carter case. This morning it was announced that Beverly Carter was found dead in a shallow grave in northern Pulaski County. She had been missing since last Thursday. She was a real estate agent who had gone to show a house. Aaron Lewis has been arrested. He's in custody now. Lewis was on active parole. He didn't have a violent criminal history, but had several theft charges. Senator Jason Rapert, in response to the news of Carter's death, suggested actually abolishing parole in Arkansas. He, clearly very upset about the news about Carter. Some questions, obviously, if we were to abolish parole in Arkansas, both about cost and about efficacy. And I spoke with Rapert today, and we have a long blog post kind of looking at incarceration, social justice issues in Arkansas. So I encourage folks to check that out on the blog. The debate over debates continues in the Cotton Pryor campaign for U.S. Senate. Last night, Mark Pryor announced that he was not going to participate in the KARK debate that had been proposed. Chuck Todd from NBC's Meet the Press had said he would come down and be a moderator in that debate. Cotton immediately accepted. Pryor hadn't committed. Meanwhile, an AETN debate to take place in Conway, Pryor had accepted. Cotton had not yet accepted at that time. However, today, Cotton came out and said he would do the AETN debate. So at this point, we now have two debates, the AETN debate in Conway, as well as a debate sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce in Fayetteville. And Pryor's basically said that's it. Two is enough, and he's not going to do any more. The Cotton camp has come back today and said, look, we're doing the AETN debate. That's hard to say. The AETN debate. Therefore, Pryor should do the KARK debate or other debates that Cotton has accepted. All that said, for all the noise around this, it's a little unclear to me how much voters are really paying attention or care, and my prediction is that we will have the two debates that are currently set now. Leah Williams, who is running for state rep up in Northwest Arkansas, District 93. She is a Democrat, so she has a hard row to hoe up in Northwest Arkansas. She got an endorsement today, though, from a prominent Republican, former Congressman, John Paul Hammerschmidt. It's kind of an interesting race. Williams is taking on Jim Dotson, who's a far-right Tea Party figure. He actually had a primary challenger who was backed by Walmart money. Some establishment Republicans up in Northwest Arkansas might not love sort of the rigid ideology of Jim Dotson. Whether Williams, a Democrat, will be a more palatable option remains to be seen, but interesting that she did get the endorsement from Hammerschmidt. Americans for Prosperity, the Koch-backed conservative advocacy group, sent out hundreds of thousands of mailers in North Carolina that had inaccurate information about voter registration. It had the wrong deadline. It also had the wrong state agency that voters were supposed to send in their info to. This has received a massive amount of complaints from the State Board of Elections. The Democratic Party filed a complaint and suggested that the behavior of AFP in North Carolina could be a felony. AFP, of course, has an affiliate here in Arkansas, so if you receive any official-looking mailers, you may want to fact-check them. Finally, a bit of goofy news out in Hot Springs. The owner of a firing range has declared her firing range a Muslim-free zone. So if you want to go to this particular firing range and take a little target practice, you cannot be a Muslim. She, of course, is almost certainly going to be sued, but she wanted the publicity, I think, so there you go. We'll be back tomorrow. Sitting in for me, Benji Hardy is going to be filling in for Max these next few days, so you'll still get your news delivered, but from a younger and more handsome Benjamin Hardy.